Okay, well, we're getting ready to get started here. Let me put you. Let me hold a second, okay? Okay, can you hear him, Santa?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on there, Daniel. Hello, I'm Jerry McKee, and welcome to Primetime. We've got a special guest for you tonight, and a very special guest. So you better be good. You better watch out. You better not cry, and you better not pout either, because he's going to be watching you, and we're going to be talking to him. And I want you to stay tuned and get your kids. You got a number down below you there that we'll be putting up, and you will also be able to call in and talk to, that's right, the man himself, Santa Claus. We'll be back right after this commercial, and we'll be ask Santa some questions. Be right back.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
Okay, I'm back, and we're going to be talking with Santa Claus here in just a moment, and I'm going to have to get him back in the frame here a little bit too, and we're going to I'll put a number up there underneath here where you can see here in just a moment, and we all have Santa Claus, and we all know who Santa Claus is, so I'm going to have you put his face on, let you see him a little bit here. Santa, how you doing?
Merry Christmas.
Well, I'm glad you dropped in to see me here, because my wife's been wanting to know if I'm going to be on the good list or the bad list, and I told her I was kind of afraid to ask you, and I'd wait. I'm going to wait till after this interview like it and ask you offline, because
Sir, just always remember you got a few more days for that day, so you can straighten up if you need to.
Oh, okay. Let me see something other here, Santa. I want to make sure I get you properly in here, and but Santa, let me ask you a question. Like those little elves like that, are those? And I had a girl named Betty, and she asked me to ask you about them elves. Were they your children?
No, they're not my children. Their elves are just what they are, elves. They just hardworking little people that make Christmas come true. They be working hard all year long for little boys and girls.
Now those little elves, do they do all the work? Now they
do tons of work, Jerry.
Now, when you up in the North Pole, and do you like living up there? I mean, to me, we got some cold weather down here. We don't have any snow, but do you like the The North Pole?
Well, I've been to Union 3 times in 3 days now. 3 times in 4 days. And glad I wasn't here yesterday because I saw all the rain y'all got. But it's been cold here, cool here. Not cold like it is where I'm at. But yeah, you get used to that cold weather. And
I couldn't hear what she said. Well, how many, let me ask you this. How many buildings and stuff are up there? I mean, does the North Pole, because is it hidden? I mean, can anybody go up there and do that?
no, it's hidden.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. We got someone calling here.
Kid calling in.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello? Hello?
I see you on the line. Hey. Hey, Santa.
Hey, Santa? Who are we talking with?
Jonathan McKee.
Okay, Jonathan. How you doing? You been good?
Yeah.
Have you got something you want to ask Santa? You can talk to him. He can hear you. Talk loud.
I want a laptop for Christmas.
I can't hear him, Jerry. Volume's low.
Johnson, we can't hardly hear you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah. I want a laptop for Christmas.
A laptop for Christmas?
Yeah, a laptop.
What else?
I don't know.
You think that? Well, have you been pretty good, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Santa's going to write that down, and his elves are watching, and they're going to write it down for him. And so he'll be watching and make sure you're good. Now, you got until the December 25th, so Santa's going to be looking at that and see what's going to happen, okay?
All right.
All right. Well, you have a good night, okay?
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, and if you want to come in and talk to Santa, you're gonna have to kind of speak up a little bit more on your phone, like that. You know, Santa's going around the world, and I'm getting older, and so we've got to hear you. And so, Santa, we was talking about the North Pole and all those buildings and everything up there, and now. It just it blows me away, and hold on a second. What? It's echoing. Okay. Hold on, Santa. We're going to see why. I see why it's echoing now. All right. Now it should not be echoing. That's when I bring one camera over, and later on, and I forget to cut it off. See, I leave those sounds on those cameras,
Right.
and we got sound right here. So that might have been a little bit of things there. Now, do you like to sleigh ride? I know you got a big sled, but do you get out and play in the snow? I mean,
yes. When all the work's done for the, after the 25th, and I head back to the North Pole, we have games, just like the reindeers play reindeer games, the elves play games, and me and Miss Claus get out there, and we play games too.
wow. Now, I had Bill to ask you this right here. I'll see where he wanted me to ask you, can he come to the North Pole to visit you?
No visitors at the North Pole, because you would see too many of the secrets of the elves and all. So we don't allow any visitors.
And plus, it's awful cold up there, isn't it?
Oh yes, people from down here, especially down here in the South, couldn't stand the coldness.
And I know that the North Pole Santa up there, that with him wanting to come up there, that is a long ways to go.
Miles and miles.
And the elves they're kind of little private people, aren't they? They like to kind of keep to themselves, and plus it's so much work to do, isn't it?
Right.
Now, this little girl, I know that she had her little puppy, and hold on a second. We'll
Call from Daniel Medford. To accept.
hello, hello.
You gotta speak up. Wait, yes. Speak up. Hey.
Hey, Daniel, you better speak up. You got a question for Santa? You want to tell Santa what you want for Christmas?
Mhm.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell him. He's waiting.
I can't hear you. Tell him what you want for Christmas. A drum set.
Drum set?
A drum set.
Do you know how to? Are you gonna? Would you play the drums for me if you got one?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Now, what else would you like for Santa to bring you?
A band drum.
Okay, you got a little sister too, don't you?
Mhm.
Do you know what
Yes,
she?
sir.
You know what she wants? Do you want to tell Santa what she wants for Christmas?
Cocoa melon toys.
Cocoa melon toys. We got lots of requests for those.
All right. Do you want him? You got anything you want him to ask Rudolph or to ask anything else? You got any questions for Santa to answer your question about the elf or Rudolph?
What kind of reindeer snacks does the reindeers eat?
Reindeer food. But they eat other things. They eat cheese. They eat little Debbie cakes. They're about like any other a deer, a goat, a deer, like that. They'll eat any snacks about like humans eat.
Now,
Cool.
hey Daniel, I got to ask you this: what are you going to leave out to eat for Santa?
Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. Ooh, I know he's going to eat those up. Hey, I might have to come down and do that. I might have to have some milk and cookies. Okay.
Sausage balls.
That's good. That's good. Santa likes those too.
Well, thank you, Daniel, for calling, and Santa's the elves has got that written down, and so
Be careful, Santa.
he didn't hear that. What was that?
Tell him to be careful.
Be careful, Santa. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Bye bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Children, that Santa,
Children.
I know you get that. That's probably part of your joy. And
Friday night, Jerry, when I was here in Union, I had a little one come up to me at the parade, and he said, "Santa Claus, can you tell me why an elf foot is round?" I've been asked a lot of questions through the years, and I never heard that. So I did make a good story up.
hold on, Santa. Let's see who's calling here.
Call from.
Hello.
Hi.
Who am I speaking with?
Hayden.
Who?
Hayden.
Caden?
Caden. Hi, Katie. How you doing?
Good.
What do you want to tell Santa that you would like to have for Christmas?
A rainbow high doll.
Rainbow high doll? What else?
Yeah. Maybe a monster high doll.
A monster high doll? So you like all kinds of dolls?
A rainbow high doll. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe a monster high doll.
All dolls, sack full of dolls, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, what you going to leave for Santa to eat?
Now,
Cookies, milk, and for the reindeers, reindeer food.
Cookies, milk, and reindeer food. That'll work good.
I think your mama's got the volume turned up loud on her computer or on her phone there, because I can hear it echo back from her phone, her computer. I think your mama's got the volume turned up loud. Now, Katie, have you got any questions you want to ask Santa?
No.
You don't want to know? I bet.
I don't.
Have you been good?
Yeah.
I bet you have too. He can look on that list, can't you?
Right.
Now, what you don't have any questions you want to ask Santa, or maybe about the reindeers, the elves, or the North Pole? Or
I don't know.
you don't know? Well, I think that you might be able to get something that's going to make you happy this Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Katie, thank you for calling, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Son, I know that I was hearing that echo. I was kept moving my things here, but when I must ask people when you call in, don't turn your volume up on your computer or your phone right there, because
What
I
they're
can hear
doing,
it.
they're trying to get the kid's voice to be louder to me. That's what they're doing. I know.
Right, and it gets
you getting an echo from it.
echo back from it
Right.
like that. But we heard what she wanted and
Yeah.
all, and we heard what Jonathan wanted and Daniel and I know that y'all have been good and some great things going to happen there. Now, Santa, I know these kids are calling in shy. Do you get the same thing when they come up to you and sit on your lap and are they really kind of nervous?
They're, Jerry, they're just all type of kids. You get some that they just run and jump in your lap. You get some, I'm sure, looking at Facebook, you've seen me holding some and just put the kind of like the front bear hug on them and hold them, because that first picture is a prize for their parents for the rest of their life. I call it like a play toy.
Right.
They can use that when they're 21 years old to show them, hey, look at this, your first picture with Santa. So you get them all kinds. You get them shy. You get them that will not get in your lap. You get them that 5 years down the road still won't get in your lap. And then you get them, like I say, that will jump and don't want to get down.
Well, they and I can understand, because I was a kid. Santa, you've been around forever and ever, and I remember the picture that was taken many years ago that my family had, and it's black and white, of course, and it was all of us on a sled with you. And I probably wasn't 5 years old or something like that. Mm-hmm. And that's just something that you can never replace, that first moment with Santa, because right. that's what we look forward to every Christmas, for you coming around.
Right.
Now, what is one of the first? Let's do this. Let's go to commercial, and we'll be right back. Our sponsor, Keepsake Jewelers, and if you are looking for something there, you want to tell Santa, there's some good jewelry there. So we'll be right back. We're talking to Santa Claus.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union. 864-427-5100. 864-427-5100. Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
All right, we're back, and what you're seeing now is Santa Claus. And I tell you what, my wife is anxious to get out here and talk to Santa, and I don't know if I want her to or not because she might tell you some things.
Her wish list will be big,
Her
Jerry?
wish list will be big. Now, I had another little caller send a message that she wants to know that. Do you have to go to school? Did you have to go to school to become Santa Claus, or do you have to go to school and or does the elves have to go to school? Because he's thinking, well, if Santa Claus don't have to go to school and the elves don't have to school, I think we know where she's going with this, don't we, Santa?
Right.
And what do you guys say about that, about the school?
Well, Miss Claus teaches all the elves. She teaches them manners and things they need to do growing up. And as they get older, she puts them in the workshop and gets them to work.
Now, does the elves, do they speak a different language, or they talk like you and I?
They talk like you and I.
No. Well, I know you go around the world completely, and people are wondering why. When you go around the world like it, there's different languages, and I guess that when the time comes that you can speak different languages when you go to these different
That's
countries.
correct. That's correct. You have to go to each country.
Now, what time do you suggest that boys and girls go to bed? Because that's one thing that it's hard for parents to do is get their children to go to bed at a good time because they're so excited about your coming and they need their rest because they're going to really play hard when they get those gifts. They're really going to have a great time and they're so excited that they need their rest to do that. What is a good time for children to go to bed and to wait for you?
Jerry, they really need to be in the bed by 9 because, like you said, they're exciting because Rudolph's on his way, and they need to go to sleep, within an hour and be to sleep by 10 at least. But most of them are not. Some of them stay up all night. Some of them hear Rudolph when he lands on the roof.
Now, Rudolph, we've seen movies about him, and of course, movies about you, and seemed like that Rudolph with that. Is his nose really that shiny and that bright?
It's shiny. It's bright. And that's my all-time favorite movie is Rudolph, because the people who made that movie, they really portrayed him and really made him outstanding.
Now, Robert wanted to know also. Does reindeers, do you have baby reindeers?
Yes, you have baby reindeers, just like you have deers here in the woods.
Okay. Well, I kind of thought that. Now we have a lot of deer around here.
Yeah, when reindeers are not as many as you do here in the South, like y'all do here.
Right, and I guess reindeers are really different than regular deer, aren't they?
Yes, they are different type deer. You look at them, and their antlers are formed different. They are their body looks different,
and they're pretty good size too, aren't
right.
they? They got to be to pull that.
Yeah, right.
sled.
You look and they are a working type animal because they put in that sleigh with all those gifts on it.
All those. Now, do the elves play with the reindeers?
The elves?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they play. They go to the barn and play with them.
And do they ride them?
Yeah, they'll do anything with them.
Oh wow. Man, I'd like to do that. I'd like to get on and especially when they fly.
Right.
Do they fly all year round or just in particular times?
No, they have to fly. They have to stay in shape, just like everybody. You just have to stay in shape, and they fly once every week, for a long distance.
Wow. Now, here's a question that a little one just asked was, do you know Frosty the Snowman?
I don't know Frosty personally. I see him when I do come this way, in the villages that have have a lot of snow, you know, Frosty will be there.
Well, and of course, there's a lot of snow in the North Pole, and a lot of ice up there. And of course, that would be a good place for Frosty to live, wouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah. And he's got that magical hat.
Right. Got the magical hat.
Yeah.
He's got eyes made out of coal. I mean, he's got it.
Now you have a big list on the good list and the naughty list.
You'll have a good list, and then you'll have that naughty list, and then within the next few days, you'll start seeing that naughty list get better. There'll be reports coming in that from their parents that they are getting better and helping around the house and helping with their brothers and sisters and, you know, taking care of their pets and cleaning up the room, things like that.
So to be on that good list, this is some of the things that they need to do,
Right.
isn't it? Like
Right.
Be good to your brothers and sisters
That's right.
if you have them.
That's the first thing. Be good to your brothers and sisters because that's your life.
And now, what about their eating? Because a lot of times they don't like to eat their vegetables and don't like to eat some of their food. They want to eat, food that's really good for them, okay, sometimes, but not all the time, like candy. And I know this is going to be a question that's going to come up to ask you. Do you eat cookies and cakes all the time? Because they're going to say, well, Santa eats cookies and cakes because that's everybody around the world give you cookies and cakes and
December
milk.
24th. I try not to eat them the other times, but December 24th, I do like them. And, you know, I like chocolate chip. I like oatmeal. I like these little Debbie's here. That's a great thing. And a big glass of milk.
Now, do you drink? Do you just on the 24th? Now, I guess like everybody does in January, they've all got to go get their gym memberships. Do you work out during the non-Christmas season?
You have to stay strong for your legs to stay strong to get in and out of that sleigh and be able to get in and out of little boys and girls' houses. All that's one rough night.
Now, have you ever flown in an airplane?
Never have.
Well, I guess you don't have to because you got the sled.
Right.
And what powers the sled?
Them reindeer.
The reindeers do. Okay. Now, a lot of people think that they don't see their like deer around here, and some have seen in the zoo or some reindeer there, but it's a magical type.
Right. That's what
reindeer.
it's a magical animal.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with Christmas. It's magical, isn't
Right.
it? Now, what are some of the strangest requests that you've ever got from children? What's some of the requests you've got from them that just really kind of made you chuckle?
I don't know one in particular. Can't think of one right at the moment, Jerry. But I've gotten them all kinds. You get them that like we was talking about being nice, that wanted their brothers and sisters to make sure they have something. You ask them. They ask to be good to my friend. I remember when many years ago I had a guy ask that, would you be good to my friend Ben? Don't forget my friend Ben. You know.
Well, and that's good because he's looking out for his friend.
That's right.
And that's what you're supposed to do. Now, I know some of the children was concerned about some of the places that you go into, if you go, because they worried about the wars and about the children and stuff, and these wars that's going on now. They hear it on television, it's on everywhere, and they really get concerned about that, Santa, and they worried about you coming through there. But those children and all will they worry about, are they going to be taken care of? And that's some of these good children that worries about others.
Right. And there again, that's when the magic of Santa Claus and the magic of Rudolph, the rest of the reindeer team, is we go in and out of those places, and some of those places are tough to get out of. But we'll get to all those little boys and girls. We'll try our best to get there.
Well, that's good, and that's a time usually of peace, and Santa, you use your wonderful magic to kind of bring joy and peace to the world,
Right.
and that's one thing that the kids can be concerned of, that you're going to do as much as you can to bring the peace and help others,
That's true.
and they can do their part too,
That's
can't
right.
they?
Yeah, they can.
I know that we see these angel trees that the people select gifts and to give others that's less fortunate. And
I noticed this town has several angel trees, and just about all the things are gone off of them. That's great. Around Union County in the nursing homes, we're loaded down with we don't need to forget those elderly people in there,
Right.
and get them just a little gift. You may be the only Christmas they see.
and that's true. And usually around that time, that they need someone to see, to be
Right.
sealed. And I know that WBCU has got a truckload of toys and things they distribute out to the Salvation Army for them to give out also.
WBCU, C4 Ministries is doing a great job down here. Been working hard with those guys. They gonna serve 100+ kids this year in this county right here.
Well, I know they're going to be on the good list.
Right.
They're already there, and and that's part of being on the good list is helping your neighbor, being kind to others, and this is the way that we can show a good example for our children. It's not only that we receive, but how it feels good to give. And Santa, that's what makes you just gives you that spirit of Christmas.
That's true.
Is the giving part, isn't
That's
it?
what it's all about. Giving, giving, and giving. And don't worry about what you're getting. Make sure your friends, like we said earlier, your friends, your little brother and your little sister, make sure the kid next door, make sure they got something for Christmas.
And that's part of Christmas. And Santa, we're going to take a little break here in just a moment here, and we're going to go with our sponsors, Keepsake Jewelers, and we're talking to Santa Claus, and you can give us a call and talk to Santa. Have your little one there. We hope we're going to answer some of your questions that's been on your mind that you're afraid to ask Santa, because a lot of us are afraid to ask Santa that, oh, maybe he might think that, I might put me on the naughty list, but he won't do that. But we're going to come back, and we're going to ask him a little bit about, does a sleigh have seatbelts? Santa will answer that question in just a minute.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
Okay, I'm Jerry McKee, and we're back with talking with Santa Claus. Now, Santa, we talk about safety, and we tell our children to always buckle up. Now, somebody want to know, what about that sled? Does it have seat belts?
No, Jerry, it doesn't have seat belts, but it does have a belt that goes from one side of the sleigh to the other side. Big, heavy, wide belt that holds me in place, because you got to understand, we're going up in there and we're going down the hill and back up again. I had to have something to hold on, or I would come out from up there.
Now, do you have anything special in that sled, like a hot chocolate maker, or you have snacks in there that you take with? I know you probably don't have no snacks there because you stop at so many places.
No, because by the time I get to the first house, I'll start getting snacks, and then I'll get snacks all the way to daylight the next morning. So there's nothing I need or want other than cookies at each little kid's house.
Now, have you ever kind of almost, we got planes in the air. Have you had any close calls there?
Oh yes, you're gonna have you got to watch them, and Rudolph got that magical nose on him, and that kind of directs the plane from coming at us.
So they'll be able to see you, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, someone else wanted to know too is that have you, or how you, no, put it this way, you want to know how do you go down a chimney that's got a fire in it? Because it says he's worried about, because he's got a fireplace and his parents and all have it going with the roaring fire, and he was just so worried that that's going to keep you from coming down it.
Well, Jerry, I hate to disappoint him. That chimney with that fire in it, I won't come down it. I'll just ease and don't tell nobody this. I'll ease through the front door.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard one of Santa's secrets. He will slip in the front door. And with your magic, I know everybody got cameras and ring things. And kids, you think you're going to look on there and say, I'm going to see Santa sneaking in the door. And you might do it, but again, you might not.
I'm sure with all this ring technology at the front door, they're going to see it. I'm sure they are, because they got to have it wired to their phone.
That's right. But kids, you're forgetting too the magical of Santa Claus and all the things that he does around the world in one night. And it is amazing. And Santa, kids write you letters all year round, just about, and especially this time of year, you get flooded with letters and letters and letters. How do you manage to read all those letters?
Well, you just have to read and read fast and make notes of what they're wanting. You used to get a lot of bicycle requests. Well, kids don't want nothing, they have to pedal now. They want something with a motor. They can mash a button and be battery operated. So you get battery powered toys, baby dolls. You're going to have lots of baby dolls. And once they get 8, 9, 10 years old, they start getting into clothing stuff. Want jeans and want to dress like their friends at school. And clothing has become a big priority in the especially junior high, 6th graders on. That's a big name now.
Now, you probably get a lot of requests for electronics, right? Games and things like that.
Well, the games is a big one, but I mean, today's kids want iPhone, $1,500 telephones, things like that. But they do still want games. They want PS4s, 5s. They want all that kind of stuff. Still want that. I guess that'll never go away.
Well, I know back when I was growing up, when you delivered one time a game I had, it was like a paddle ball, and it's like across a black and white TV bouncing back and forth. Of course, that was some great technology back then, because we said we can make that thing go faster too, or make the pedal shrink to give it more challenge. And so a lot of kids like that. But you're right about the pedaling part. They don't want to get out and pedal so much.
No.
And I can't blame them. If I had something that had a motor in it, I'd like to ride it too. Now, when you're not riding the sled, how you travel around the North Pole? Do you just walk, or how do you get around?
Tractor with big tires where you can get through all that snow.
Okay.
You do walk some, but when it gets deep snow, you just have to get on that tractor and go where you're going.
Now, this little girl wants to know this. And she's 10 years old, and she wanted to know, how did you meet Mrs. Claus?
Magic of Santa Claus.
Now, does Mrs. Claus, does she help you?
Oh yes. She does the day-to-day operation of the elf barns and the toy building. And seeing after, making sure somebody's taking care of the reindeer and the new baby reindeer, and her job is big. Her job is big all year long.
So she kind of keeps things organized, right?
Yeah, right. If it wasn't for her, I couldn't make that one night.
Now, they also want to know Does she cook good?
Oh yeah, you can see right here this big belly.
Yeah. And what are some of her specialties that she cooks?
She can. I mean, she basically can cook anything. Santa Claus likes any kind of food, Italian food, Mexican food, American food. Santa Claus likes the beans and taters. That's a great staple.
Beans and potatoes. That's it. You can't beat that. And you got to have a lot of nourishment up there because it's so cold. You got to have that energy in the food for your body. And that's what you can tell kids now, right? They
Right.
got to eat and their vegetables and things.
But I noticed the kids down here in Union eat a lot of junk food, just chips and little crackers and juices and things like that. But they need stuff to make them strong.
That they do because they've got to build them little bones up, and when they get those, you get many. Well, I guess here in the South, so I don't know if you delivered too many sleds down this way or not. Because when I was growing up, we always wanted a sled because when it snowed, we had these things that called snow, big, and we would slide down the hills with them. Did you get any calls for sleds anymore as much?
Not like it was back in the say the 50s and 60s.
Right.
Because down, like you said, down south, we just don't have it. Y'all don't have the snow down here that we have. Nowhere near the snow.
Now, I can't pronounce his little name right here. It's Roberta. Something that wants to know is how do you get all those toys in that bag?
Well, you got more than one bag. You don't see but one bag, and there again, it goes back to the magical. But you got to understand, this sleigh is a big old thing and pack a lots of stuff in there. But that bag is just taking care of one child. Then I go back and get some more and put it in the bag again for the next child, our next children.
So that means that sled is fast.
Oh yeah,
those reindeers can pull that. They're just so fast. Now, do they make fun of Rudolph anymore? Now, they used to make fun of him because of his red nose and kind of a bully him in a way when growing up like that. And have you got any insights on that, especially on bullying?
Right. It goes back to that foggy night. They wouldn't let Rudolph play no games, and once he showed them how stout he was, then they don't. They want him to be the leader now.
Right,
because he's proven himself to them.
Those shiny. He at first, I guess, when he kind of ran away there, and you had to go find him.
Right.
But it's sad because of it. It's
just called they bullied him and picked on him, and once he come to back to the herd of deer there, and they got to liking him, then all that changed.
Right, and that's a good thing. That'd be a quick thing to get you on a naughty list if you go to bully somebody when you like that, and that's a good lesson that really Rudolph did a good example for these children growing up. You should never bully or make fun of someone that is different.
Right.
And and look how Rudolph is now. Now he's the leader pulling the sled.
That's right. He's the leader.
So you never know how that person's going to turn out.
That's true.
On it. And now, someone else asked also is, how do you know which toys go where? I mean, because you got the sack full, you've got all this going on, and you're the only one in the sled that's going and delivering these toys. You set them out, and again, I know it's magical, but you got a great memory.
Well, you still have that list, kind of like a sheet there, and it'll say Union, South Carolina. You know that these toys are going to Union, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of like the airline with the baggage, right?
Right.
Or UPS or FedEx.
They know where that box is going. They know where that suitcase is going,
And well, that's a good thing because you don't.
It's a lot easier now than it used to be with technology. Can help so much in that area.
Right. Well, I know you probably redone your sled a little bit and kind of upgraded a little bit some technology, especially.
GPS was the best thing that ever come out for that sleigh.
Yes. That way you don't get lost, right?
Right.
Have you ever got lost, Santa?
Yes, we got lost and be lost for hours at a time, and it's hard to get finished getting those toys out. Time you go everywhere.
Now, someone asked, want to know, and I know you probably get questions asked like this all the time. How long is your beard?
Well, they see it here on.
It's look like about maybe 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah. Did it take you a long time to grow that, or just, or do you ever shave it off during this?
Not completely off, but I do cut it back some.
Okay. Now, another little child wants to know too. They got some, inquisitive minds want to know that how many, or do you have any children, you and Mrs. Claus?
Don't have any children.
No children, except for all the children in the world, right?
That's right.
Wow. So, now, you ever counted the elves?
Hundreds of them. And they got little round feet and pointed shoes.
That's with that rounded feet again, right?
Rounded feet and pointed shoes.
Oh, right. Okay, well, we're listening to Santa Claus and talking to him, and I hope that you can give him a call. You better be good, and you better be nice, because he's watching you everywhere. And we're going to get back and ask him, how's he watching everywhere? What does he have? Has he got little elves helping him? Well, we'll find out right after this message from Keepsake Jewelers.
Jewelry has the power to be this little thing that can make you feel unique. Being a true gentleman never goes out of fashion. People will stare. Make it worth their while. For the woman of your dreams and the jewelry of her dreams, rings, pins, and pendants, fabulous rubies, sparkling sapphires, brilliant diamonds. Keepsake Jewelers. We are the jewelers who understands what dreams are made of. Dreams of gold, dreams of emeralds, and dreams of diamonds in pins, rings, bracelets, and earrings. At Keepsake Jewelers, we have whatever it takes to make her dreams come true. Visit our new location, Keepsake Jewelers, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Suite 5, Union, 864-427-5100, 864-427-5100, Keepsake Jewelers, Union.
Okay, we're back, and with Santa Claus, and we've getting up close to the list of the end of the hour here, and I hope you're finding out, learning some things about Santa Claus that I didn't even know about. How that he doesn't come down the chimney if there's a big roaring fire there, but I can't blame him. He burned his suit up, and also he could sneak in the front door. But you know what? He can magically put that fire out too. So, he can do all kind of things because it's Christmas magic. That's the great thing about Christmas. And now, this, you're not supposed to ask this. Most, especially women, children do not ask women. Somebody want to know, Santa, how much you weigh? And that all depends on what day of the week, right?
Some of them don't want to disclose that.
Like on the 24th, at when the 25th and 26th rolls around, you probably weigh just a little bit heavier than you did.
Lots of weight, making the needle come on over.
Now, what is your favorite cookie?
Santa Claus is he likes all of this, but he really likes oatmeal raisin, the gooey ones.
Oh, yes.
And a Diet Coke. That's a surprise for Santa Claus. The gooey oatmeal cookies, Walmart sells them. Oh, they're good. They bake them fresh there daily. And cold Diet Coke, that makes Santa Claus really happy.
Well, that's that's my favorite cookie. So oatmeal raisin. Now I don't like the real hard ones.
Yeah, I like the gooey.
I like the gooey.
The gooey.
Yes, give me the good ones like that, and that's good. So me and Santa Claus got something in common there. I go around telling everybody, say, hey, me and Santa Claus got something going on here. We
Right.
know exactly, kind of click together because we like something just great. Now, somebody wanted to know how old is Rudolph?
I believe he's the third one. A lot of years, Jerry. I don't really have that with me right now. I'd have to check Miss Claus's paperwork. So, but hundreds of years.
Yeah, because it's time up in the North Pole is a little bit different than time here, especially with the cold weather. And like I said, again, it's magical there, and it kind of reduces a little bit your lifespan because you got fresher air. You don't have pollution like you have
Right.
here and
None of
things.
that's in the way up there.
Right. Now, Yvonne sent a message here wanting to know she is worried, Santa. She is so worried because she said that she's upset because she don't want to leave her home to go visit her grandmother on Christmas Day, and spend the night Christmas Eve and be there Christmas Day because she's so afraid that you won't know where she's at to deliver her gifts.
Yeah, there it goes again to the magical part. Santa Claus will know. He will know where to bring those toys.
Right, because you know when they're sleeping
Know when they're awake
and you know if they've been good,
or bad.
for goodness sake.
That's right.
So, see, Santa's going to find you, Yvonne. You need to go spend time with your family and with your grandmother because that's a time for family to be together, isn't it, Santa?
And that is a good question. That's a good question.
It is. And now, again, Alex asked this right here, Santa. Alex is he's not upset, but he didn't get what he wanted. And he said he came to you and asked you this and put it in a letter. He wanted to know how come and why didn't you bring this gift? Now, he lives in New York, and he want to know how come you didn't bring him a pony?
Well, there's nowhere for that pony to be, Alex. If I put him in the house, that's where he'd have to stay, in the house, because he couldn't go out in the street. There's no pasture for him. There's no barn for him to lay down in. There's no hay for him to eat. Just think about it.
That's right, and see, children, you got to understand too that Santa's got to look after for the animals, like you take care of the reindeers and the penguins and the birds and things in the North Pole. That you don't want nothing to happen to them.
That's right.
And you got to also be able to take care of something like that, don't you?
That's true.
But he did go on to say that Santa, that actually you did bring that gift in a way because he did get a toy pony. And so he so maybe he wasn't clear exactly what he wanted.
Could have been, could have
what
been
he
paperwork.
wanted.
Right.
And somebody also wanted to know, has your beard always been white? Because I know that my hair is white right now, but it used to be, I call it boyish blonde now, but it used to be kind of brown. But has your hair always been
Always
white?
been white since I was a little boy.
And now, I know I was trying to see what they sent me here was ask, what about animal languages can you speak?
No.
What, you can't speak no animals?
No.
Well, kids, we all can speak animals, and in a way, animals look at us as how we treat them, don't they?
Right. The better you treat them, you rub them and pet them, they coming to you. If you mean to them, they're not coming to you.
And that goes with all the animals like that. You just got to be kind to animals too. You can't mistreat an animal. They kind of get a little bit of I don't know. I just love animals. And do you get many calls for animals that you have to deliver, Santa?
Oh yeah, you get them from chickens or rabbits to just whatever.
Now, is it hard for you when, especially when you got this cute little puppy or a little kitty that you're going to deliver? Is it hard for you to give that cat away or that dog?
Well, no, not really, because I've seen so many and delivered so many, so I'm kind of used to it now.
Now, someone asked here also. I think it's Alex's friend. Looks like it's Alex's brother. Hold a second. Hello.
Call from Riley. To accept, press 1.
Hi, Riley. How you doing?
I've got another little girl over here named Savannah's here too.
Riley and Savannah?
Savannah.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead and talk to Santa. You go ahead and tell him what you like.
Me and Savannah really want something where we can play a lot more games. We only have a phone and a tablet. That's all we really have. I want a phone and Nintendo.
Nintendo?
And I want a Nintendo. I want a Nintendo and a bracelet maker.
Bracelet maker and a Nintendo. Okay, what else?
Would
We want a swimming pool.
All right, Santa, they're getting a little bit carried away.
I want a puppy.
a puppy?
No.
No, what are y'all going to leave Santa to eat?
Cookies, milk, and carrots.
Cookies, milk, and carrots for Rudolph.
Rudolph's going to love those carrots.
Are you really Santa?
Of course he is.
That's not really nice.
You don't question Santa.
Are you
That's
looking
bad
at me?
mojo.
Can you see Santa on the internet?
Yeah.
Okay, Santa, point your finger at him. There you go.
We were not able to get it to do it on the video, unfortunately. We had some technical issues.
Okay, well, you can go back and watch this and rewind it. I mean, it'll be on there forever.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, great.
well, thank you for calling.
Thank y'all girls for calling in.
Tell Santa bye.
Thank you, Sam.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, they were excited, wasn't
Two little girls being silly, excited.
they? Excited. And that's a good thing. It's a good excitement thing. One more question that someone wanted to know also is what kind of hobbies you have besides making toys. They think that you just sit around and make toys all day, or actually they think that you play with toys all day.
No, don't play with them. I test them out when they get them. When the elves get them built, I test them, make sure if they're little trucks, I make sure they roll good, and I tell them to go ahead and build these and build so many, and then little toy trains, little toy tracks. I mean, just all kinds of things. Baby dolls, I make sure that their arms fold and their legs fold, and different kind of hair designs and all that. But elves are smart. They're really smart little animals, really smart little creatures. There, they are. Other than having those rounded feet, they pretty much normal.
Now, Santa, we got someone else that's worried about snow because we don't get any snow hardly down here, and they're thinking that if it's no snow, that Santa can't make it here. Reassure them, Santa, how you can make it here without snow.
I will reassure you. If you go to bed early and cover your head, don't get up peeking out the window looking. Santa Claus will be there. I'll be there on the night of the 24th. The morning you wake up on the 25th, look down there under your tree. Santa Claus will be come and gone.
There you have it. Now, we're getting that close at the end. Now, Santa, what's something that you want to tell the children before we sign off here?
Mr. Jerry, I would like to tell the children that Santa Claus, I myself, am a part of Christmas. But I'd like to ask the children, I'd like to ask the parents on Christmas morning, if you break open the Holy Bible and read Luke chapter 2, and really understand the true meaning of Christmas. Always remember, the magical part is Santa Claus, but if you'll read that Luke 2 and read it to your family before you have the big meal, I promise you, you'll get something out of it.
Amen. All right, thank you, Santa, for coming, and we're just so glad that you got to come here and talk to some of the children. And remember, Santa Claus is watching you. Be good, be kind, and remember, he loves you, and the spirit of Christmas is in the heart of a child. I'm Jerry McKee, and thank you for watching Primetime, and we will see you next week with our next guest, and we will let you know who that is a little bit later on this week. You have a fantastic day.